Hello friends, I am Scientific Junior. Today I brought some technical information about GSAT-1 and GSLV F-10 of ISRO mission. India plans to launch on March 28 an Earth observation satellite that will provide it near real-time images of its border and also enable quick monitoring of natural disaster. Now let's talk about the configuration and specification. Vehicle configuration comes under three phases, that is phase 1 hydroxyl start, that is phase 2 hydroxyl terminated, and third cryogenic upper stage 15, and finally is the diameter 4 meter 0 give PLF. GSAT GSAT-1 satellite mass requirement is 2075 kg to be determined. And this is a mission specification. Orbit specification is geo transfer orbit perigee. Perigee is a shortest distance from the orbit to the Earth, that is 170 plus minus 3 km. GT apogee is the maximum distance from the Earth to the geo transfer orbit, that is 35,975 km nominal. And argument of the perigee 178 to plus minus 0.5 degree. Orbit inclination is 19.31 plus minus 0.1 degree. These are launch details. Launch station is Sahar SLP and launch azimuth 104 degree. Azimuth, if you want to know about the azimuth is a direction of the celestial object from the observer expressed as the angular distance from the north or south point of the origin to the point at which a vertical circle passing through the object intersect the origin. And this is a GSLV F-12. It's also a pre-planned mission as a GSAT-1 and GSAT-2 mission. It's only the difference is mass 2275 kg in GSAT-1 and 2300 kg to be determined in GSAT-2 mission. Let's take forward. This is a GSAT-1 mission. GSAT-1 is slated to be lofted into space by GSLV F-10 rocket from Sriharikota Spaceport in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore district, about 100 km north of Chennai. The rocket will place the spacecraft in a geosynchronous orbit. It will be subsequently positioned in geostationary orbit about 36,000 km above the Earth's equator, using its onboard propulsion system. The launch of GSAT-1 onboard GSLV F-10 rocket was originally planned for March 5 last year but postponed a day before the blast off due to technical reason. And the technical failure is some changes, corrections is GS2 drag corrected impact 95.693 degree. This is a correction. And vehicle configuration, as you know, this. Let's now. Experts said positioning the state of the art agile Earth observation satellite in geostationary orbit has key advantages. It's going to be a game changer in some sense for India. With onboard high-resolution cameras, the satellite will allow the country to monitor the Indian landmass and ocean, particularly its border, continuously. Listing the objects of the missions, ISRO has earlier said the satellite would provide near real-time imaging of the large area region of interest at frequent intervals. It would help in quick monitoring of natural disasters, episodics, and any short-term events. The third objective is to obtain spectral signature of agriculture, forestry, mineralogy, disaster warning, cloud properties, snow and glaciers, and oceanography. GSAT-1 will facilitate near real-time observation of Indian subcontinent under cloud-free conditions at frequent intervals. The planned launch of GSAT-1, weighing about 2,268 kg, comes close to the heels of the successful February 28 PSLV C-51 mission that orbited Brazil's Earth observation satellite Amazonia 1 and 18 co-passengers, including 5 built students. As I already know, tell about the Amazonia 1. That's my last video. Secretary in the Department of Space and ISRO Chairman K. Sivan told last week that the technical issues led to postponement of the GSAT-1 mission have been resolved, and further delay to the launch was due to COVID-19 induced lockdown, which affected normal work. According to the sources, GSAT-1 will be followed by the maiden flight of a small satellite launch vehicle SLSV, ISRO's compact launcher. Like in April, SSLV has been designed to meet launch on demand requirement in a cost-effective manner for a small satellite in a decided and ride-share mode. It is a 3-stage all-solid vehicle with capability to launch up to 500 kg satellite mass into 500 km Earth's orbit and 300 kg into the Sun synchronous orbit, that is SSO. By comparison, PSLV, the workhorse launch vehicle of ISRO, can take up to 1750 kg payload into SSO of 600 km altitude. With lower per kg launch cost, the mini launcher will have multiple satellite mounting options for nano, micro, and small satellite. Sivan sir had earlier termed the SSLV an innovative vehicle which can be assembled in just 72 hours. Instead of 60 days for building PSLV, SSLV will be assembled in 3 days. Instead of 600 people needed to build PSLV, SSLV will be done by 6 people only, he has said. It's a new observation satellite. It will be the first of 2 planned Indian EO spacecraft to be placed in a geostationary orbit of around 3600 km. It will apparently be a fixed spot looking over the Indian continent at all times. It will have high resolution cameras which help to monitor any changes in borders and overall geographical conditions of the country. Now take some background. Earth observation satellite of ISRO has been successfully able to establish many operational applications in the country. Both the central and state level, there are large number of users who utilize space-based inputs for various purposes. Some of the important mission of ISRO in terms of IRS series of satellites that has enabled unique application of space-based imaging are Cartosat 1 to Resourcesat 1 to Oceansat 1 to Resat 1, Megatropics, Saral, SkySats, InSat series, and host of the other satellites. This is a satellite parts, how it assemble and how we can manage. These are LAM heat shield, LAM mount deck, IF ring, AV panel, stiffener panels, thrust cylinders, east panel fuel tank. These are fuel tank 1, fuel tank 2, east thrusters, and south panel with east-west dedicated radiators, and north panel with east-west dedicated radiators, star sensors, fuel tank 2, west panel, thermal heater cylinder, Kevlar hood, and I2K solar panels. And now assemble this GSAT-1. This is how this is a solar panel which is in compact shape now. After we have set in the orbit, then it can expand it well. Now we talk about the geostationary orbit and polar orbit. As I already tell the GSLV and PSLV, GSLV in geostationary orbit and PSLV in polar orbit. That is geostationary orbit, a single point above the Earth. Earth at an altitude of about 36,000 km. Geostationary satellites orbit at the same speed as the Earth spins. This allows such satellites to continuously look at the same spot on the Earth And polar satellite orbit about the Earth at 715 kilometer. Satellite can orbit the Earth in 2 to 3 hours only. This is the PSLV, and see the pictures how it is assembled. It's a protective payload. Our satellites contain the payload, and how it can be transferred from one position to the other position of the final station. This is how it assembled. Our engineers are give best efforts in these areas. See, this is Sahar and SDSC, Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. And this is the final position of the GISAT PSLV 10. Thank you. Like, share, comment if it is useful for you or your family members. Thank you. Thank you so much.